What's going on, guys? My name is Jackson Summers, and in this video I'm going to be talking about, is Wayfair stock a good buy for 2020, and I'm going to be giving my Wayfair technical analysis to see if we could potentially reach $300 by the end of 2020, as a lot of people say we're going to. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. Now, before anything, I would like to say I am not a professional trader or financial advisor. I'm just sharing my opinions and experiences with you guys, as I have found some success with trading stocks in the last 3 years. If you enjoy this video, remember to smash the like button, as it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Alright, let's get right into this. So currently Wayfair is sitting at $181 a share. It's down 3% today, and its market cap is $17.2 billion. So it's definitely not the biggest company out there. So essentially in this video, I'm going to be looking at Wayfair's technicals and fundamentals. However, if you guys don't know what Wayfair is and what they do, well, basically they're an American e-commerce company that sells furniture and home goods. They were founded in 2002, and their digital platform offers 14 million items from more than 11,000 global suppliers. So that's obviously pretty significant, and they have become quite a big player within that space. Now, moving on to the stock's technicals, which I'm sure all of you are here for, as myself and the majority of my viewers are traders, so they're taking advantage of the quick moves within the markets, unlike investors that buy for the long term. Now, don't get me wrong, I love investing in companies and stocks I believe in. However, in these volatile times, I am looking for and finding very high risk to reward trades. So right now we're looking at daily candlesticks, and we are currently trading around the all-time high of $195, which was made back on May 12th. Before the stock market crash back in February, March, Wayfair stock was sitting at about $100 a share, and in about 2 months it fell all the way down to $21 a share for a total loss of 75 to 80%, which is absolutely insane for such a short period of time, and we haven't seen it that bad with a lot of other stocks out there. However, as soon as we reached that level, we instantly started moving back up, and we actually crossed above the exponential moving average and the Kijun Sun average, which is bullish, combined with a MACD cross, which confirms the bullish trend. And since then, we have not traded below the Kijun Sun, which is the blue line. So from March 19th to May 12th, it went up over 800%, which is absolutely insane, right? That means if you bought $1,000 worth of Wayfair stock, you now have $8,000 if you bought at the low and sold at the high, which is quite unlikely. So let's say you bought as soon as it crossed above the Kijun Sen average, which would be around $50 a share, and you're still in it because it has not crossed back below the Kijun Sen, which means you're in for about 234% gains in less than 3 months, which again is amazing, right? It's not 800%, but still that's a lot of growth in such a short period of time, and would have a huge impact on your account balance. Now, I'm showing you guys this because it demonstrates the power of using technical indicators when trading stocks. So right now we're definitely looking bullish, right? We are making higher highs and lower lows, but we really haven't had a chance to pull back like a healthy bull trend does, which is definitely okay, because as long as we stay above those February highs of around $100 to $110, then that means we are bullish and will most likely continue trading higher. But as you guys can see, Wayfair is definitely a volatile stock and can move down fast and up even faster. So I think that's important to understand, because we are in quite uncertain times, right? The stock market and economy could turn against us once again, like it did back in February and March, because of this global illness, which is continuing to get worse and really hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. Of course, the majority of the market is bouncing back at the moment. However, if more bad news is to come out with the global illness, which causes the stock market to fall, I see Wayfair being affected also, even though we are in a bull trend. Wayfair was actually in a bear trend for quite a while. Ever since March of 2019, it's been trading to the downside until we saw a major bounce back in March of 2020, and we actually surpassed the previous highs of $175 back in March of 2019, which is definitely a bullish sign, because we didn't just test those levels, we actually broke above them and closed above them. So I think as long as we stay and trade above these major resistance levels, and the economy continues to bounce back from this major crash, then I see Wayfair continuing its climb throughout 2020. Now, many people believe Wayfair stock could reach $300 by the end of 2020, which would be around 60% growth from where we're currently sitting, which I definitely think is possible. However, it's going to take some significant volume to reach that point. 60% growth in the next 6 months is really not a lot when you compare it to the 700% growth we've had in the last 3 months. However, as traders and investors, we need to pay attention to what's going on in the markets now so we can have a better idea of what's going to happen in the near future. I can tell you one thing, guys, if we test the support region around $100 a share and we actually close below it, then we're definitely not hitting $300 by the end of the year. That's just my opinion. Please comment below your prediction for Wayfair's stock price by the end of 2020. So moving on to Wayfair's fundamentals, which is definitely important if you're planning to invest for the future. However, as a swing trader, I'm more focusing on the technicals at the moment, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be familiar with the company's fundamentals. Looking at Wayfair's revenue, we can see back in 2016 they had about $3.38 billion in sales and they lost about $200 million, so they were not profitable. And then fast forward to 2019, they did about $9 billion in sales, but unfortunately they were still not profitable and lost close to $1 billion, which is definitely not good. And when I invest in companies and stocks, I want to make sure that they're actually profitable and making money. Of course, when a company is brand new, I don't care as much about the current profit, but rather the future revenue and profit margins. One good thing to note is the revenue is increasing year after year, which is a plus. However, they have to figure out how to increase their profit margins so they can actually start making money. Now, looking at the earnings reports, they really haven't been that great. Quarter 3 of 2019, they missed their goals by 13 cents, and then quarter 4 of 2019, they missed them by 15 cents. However, quarter 1 of 2020, which a lot of people expect it to be a lot worse, they actually ended up beating the earnings per share goal by 30 cents, which is really nice to see as it shows people are still believing in their platform and buying their products. So sales are still increasing even during these tough times. Now, the final fundamental indicators we're going to take a look at, and they're probably the most important, and that's assets and liabilities. So in 2019, the total assets were $2.9 billion. Now, I know that might look like 2.9 million, but that's because all the numbers are in thousands. Their total liabilities were $3.9 billion, which is definitely not good as they have about $1 billion more in liabilities. And if you guys don't know, basically a healthy and financially stable company should have more assets and liabilities, and their assets should be increasing at a faster rate than the liabilities. However, that is definitely not the case for Wayfair, and the liabilities are increasing at a much faster rate, so they need to get that under control before it causes them to go out of business. To do that, they need to increase their profit margins and decrease a lot of their operating expenses. So overall, I think Wayfair is a great platform that offers amazing products. However, it needs to get its financials under control if I'm going to invest for the long term. But that doesn't mean you can't make money off trading the stock, because as you saw, it's in quite the uptrend at the moment and could definitely continue that rise for the rest of 2020, no matter what its fundamentals do. So is Wayfair stock a good buy for 2020? Well, that completely depends on what type of trader you are, right? If you're an investor for the long term, perhaps it could be just based off technicals, but based off the current fundamentals, I don't think it is. However, it's quite obvious that the stock is in a bull trend, so money can definitely be made if you know how to trade and invest smartly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my technical and fundamental analysis of Wayfair stock. If you have any questions, just comment below and I reply back to every comment. If you would like to invest or trade stocks completely commission free, then I recommend using Wealthsimple Trade, which is a free to use app on iOS or Android devices, and it's similar to Webull or Robinhood. However, for Canadians out there, this is the only option for commission free trading at the current time. So if you want to buy and sell stocks without paying those commission fees, then Wealthsimple Trade is definitely your best bet. If you sign up using my link below and deposit $100 or more, we will both receive $5 for free in our trading accounts. So it's a win-win scenario and it really helps support this channel so I can keep pumping out awesome content for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button as I would really appreciate that, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, you can follow my Instagram at JacksonSummers111. I post all types of motivational and educational content there as well that I think you'll really enjoy. So thanks again for watching, have a great day, and peace.